Hello, my name's Lucas. I'm an eighth grader at Louisville Middle School. First, that's what I want to say, and I'm here to share my testimony of how I came to meet Christ, how I developed my relationship with Him, and how it's going right now, and why I want to reach my school with Decision Point. So, um, first, we'll start by talking about who I was before I met Christ, because that's a very crucial part, I think, to seeing how God has changed someone and seeing how he has opened more doors to someone's life. Someone like me, my life, he has opened so many more doors. He has made me such a better person. Um, Number one, I was very rude to people, no matter who they were. I was rude. Um, Rude meaning just rude, just like making people feel bad, making people feel down, disrespectful to adults. I was not a good person. I was depressed. Felt like no one loved me. Just things the enemy was putting in my mind that weren't true, and things the enemy was making me do that were not right. And then a man named Charlie Kirk died, and I just remember like it was this big thing, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, he died!" And I started thinking like, what happens when you die? What happens? Because I never really thought about that. And so once I started thinking about it, at first I was like, maybe it's just nothing. And I was like, there can't be nothing because we didn't come from nothing. There's no way the world came from nothing. Because if there's a building, you know there was a builder. Even if he died years ago, even if you never seen him, you know something built that building. Someone built that building. So someone had to have built this universe. And it's obviously a very intelligent person, which I believe to be God, Jesus. And the first thing I stumbled on was Jesus because I'd gone to church. I was like, okay, this is really the only religion I'd really actually slightly practiced before. And I had my questions at first. I don't want to say doubts. I had my questions because I still believed in him. And like some of my questions were like just like, where do you go when you die? Like that was a big question. And they were just questions like, how do I know this is true? Where's the evidence? Looked up that, and then like and then after that I was just like looking into other religions, like what does this believe? Like I looked into Buddhism, which I don't think was true. I and then I looked like Islam. I didn't think that was true. Just all these different religions. I was like, that's not true. And I looked at all the contradictions there and there in those religions and looked at all the evidence in those religions, and none of it was quite as convincing as Christianity, as following Jesus Christ. So much evidence and so much just like common sense in it and critical thinking in it. Like in the Bible it says there's a veil over the eyes of the unbeliever. So I used to like read things out of context, and once I started reading in context, I was like, that makes sense. And even like when reading like other things about other religions, even in context, it doesn't quite make sense. So that's when I was stuck, like I was like firm in Christ. I was like, okay, this is what I want to believe in. And so after I was locked in that first day, after I was locked in that first month, the best month of my life, everything started getting like it just felt like colors were more vibrant. Like for some reason, everything was brighter in my life. Not as many problems. I felt peaceful. I'd go outside, just breathe in the air. It was great. And I had my challenges. I did have my challenges, and for a little while, for like a week, I didn't really. I was kind of floating away, but I'm starting to. I came back, and I'm still climbing them steps. Got to take little baby steps, but it was a big jump for me from not believing anything to reading the Bible 3 times a day, praying 3 times a day. It's building a relationship with Christ. It was a big jump. So I've just been building my relationship with Christ, trying to be a better servant of God, and yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. And he's been showing me how he he can do miracles. I'll tell you that. Um, and I just want to reach my school. I want to reach the kids and even the adults, the teachers that don't quite believe in um God or a God or Jesus or different religion. I just want to plant that seed in them so God can water it and I can see them in heaven. I can save them from eternal separation from God, which is what, because he will do your will. So what you want, if you want to be separated from him on earth, you'll be separated from him for eternity. And I just want to let everyone know that that's not what you want, and that I want to help them to realize Jesus is king, and just plant that seed. And I want to save their I want to kind of help save their life, kind of in a way, and just reach them and show them the love that's in Jesus. So yeah, that's my testimony. Thank you for listening. I know this was a bit long and sometimes I sidetracked and stuff like that, but I thank you for listening, and have a great day. God bless you.